What's good, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Hope you're all having a great day. And if you're new to the channel too and want to hit the subscribe button, that'd be awesome. If you have been watching the past couple of videos on the channel, you would have saw that my brother and I got the RB25 Neo into the Skyline. The other day, I went ahead and buttoned up the front end, installed some accessories, and this upcoming weekend, we are dropping off the Skyline to Phoenix to a putty shop to get some fabrication work done. And with that being said, we now have some downtime to install some parts that came from the Mark II in this video, as well as some updates, of course. So if you want to skip to the install portion of this video, timestamp right here. Starting with update number 1, executing the vision I have for the Mark II. As you all are aware, I want to do a full BN Sports kit on the Mark II. And with that being said, I hit up my buddy Jacob at Shock the Mob, and we officially now have the BN Sports Kit Type 2 ordered from Japan, as well as the BN Sports 20mm from Fenders on order. And currently in the making, the lead time for that for pickup at Jacob's shop is around mid-December, maybe early January. So we definitely have quite a bit of a wait, but the wait is definitely going to be worth the outcome. And now for update number 2. If you saw the last video where we installed the Gannon doors on the Mark II, you would have saw that we received 1 of 3 packages from Toyota Japan, our JZX 110 R54. That is brand new. A huge shout out to Alex at Sushi Had Me Like for getting me this transmission at a good price. And with that being said, we also received 2 more large packages I received last month. Introducing absolutely everything I need OEM from Toyota Japan, minus a clutch, came in last month. Like literally every nut, bolt, gasket, wire, bracket, pedal, doohickeys, miscellaneous parts to make this Mark II swap happen. Like it was straight from the factory. Like literally, I have every single nut and bolt here. Front shaft, I think that's the reverse switch. We got the cluster, all the shift bezels, like literally everything, and then a ton of more parts here. Like literally everything is over 100 pieces, and I'm just gonna utilize currently my auto ECU until I go standalone, and then I'll be buying a clutch here in the next couple of months. But I'm so incredibly stoked to have everything. Literally one big Lego piece, which is a little bit intimidating since I really don't know where most of these nuts and bolts go. They're just labeled, you know, Toyota Japan. So stay tuned for this video. I plan on making the swap happen once the Skyline is fully running after the dyno tune, and then we can jump right into this ordeal here. And what's nice is at the time of the current exchange rate, I did manage to get everything you just saw in the last couple of clips for under $4,000, which I think I made out pretty okay. So if you want this whole kit, transmission, and every nut, bolt, gasket, wire you may need, be sure to hit up Alex at Sushi Had Me Like. Plans are, once the Skyline's running again, to go balls to the wall, back on the Mark II build, do the swap, enjoy the swap for a couple of months, and then pull the motor. And once everything's pulled and the kit is in, we're gonna go ahead and send the Mark II to paint so I can just spray the car, the engine bay, the door jambs all in one go, reassemble the motor with some upgraded internals, a full refresh, and new paint. Can't wait. So timeline for that is obviously sometime first, maybe second quarter of 2025. But now, without further ado, let's jump into the install for the Mark II. All the way from Canada, the team at Serial9 have finally dropped this product, and it seems like this product has been in the making for a good 1.5 to 2 years, which is probably true. But once you purchase this beautiful, expensive product, you do get these nice bags, which is awesome. Without further ado, guys, Serial9 finally dropped their IS300 adjustable tension arms. These are absolutely beautiful. The quality is superb, what you would expect from Serial9. Almost 2 years in the making, it seems like, and these things are beefy. Like these things are literally super girthy. These offer up to 35 millimeters of more clearance over stock IS300 arms. Durability has been tested. What's nice is you can adjust these in the car without having to take the arm out. Just your Allen insert there. You do need to do a couple of slight clearance modifications on the shock bracket, which I will show you in this video. They sent me a picture of. Very easy to do. Should be like 5 minutes of shaving, and then the install process should be pretty straightforward. Hind joints are nice. We have all of our torque specs listed here. And then also too, we have a QR code to scan for the install video from them. I forgot to mention as well, these new IS300 arms are going to give you much more steering angle. So the plan is to match up the caster on the stock JZX100 arm to the new IS300 arm, because I really do like how the caster sits on the Mark II. So let's go ahead and get the Mark II on jack stands and begin this install. All right, so we got the Mark II on jack stands. Currently just testing out the full lock at this time. If you are new to the channel, I have pretty much the whole entire Serial 9 catalog, front and rear in terms of suspension. I do notice that you can see in here the stock X100 arm. I do find myself hitting it right there at full lock, which is still quite a bit of angle for just having the upper control arms, their lower extended arms, and their AK-49 knuckles. And then coming to the driver's side, definitely a lot of angle. We'll definitely get more. And you can see in there, we are making contact with it. So again, like I mentioned in the previous clip, we should gain an additional 35 millimeters of clearance. All right, so it looks like we're going to have to take off the bottom sway bar end link, this top bolt here to the shock, the 2 bolts, of course, to the caster arm. We got a bolt here to the bushing, which I just noticed mine is completely shot. And then I believe there's 1 or 2 10 millimeter bolts on top sitting in the shock bracket. And then with the shock bracket out, we will have to trim the perimeter, as you see there, to add clearance to the Serial 9 arm. All right, just got off the X100 tension arm. As you can see, that's where you're getting your additional 35 millimeters of clearance and eliminates any sort of binding issues, of course, depending on your wheel setup. Got it as lined up to the best of my abilities. Of course, I won't get it 100% until I put it on the alignment rack. But everything is good so far. Inspecting my rubber bushing, it is starting to crack ever so slightly there. So upgrading this to a solid bushing is definitely going to improve the feel of the car. All right, everybody, just got the IS300 tension arm in. Looks great. It utilizes all stock hardware on your X100 chassis. Right off the rip, you can just see how much more clearance there is with this new arm. Also, nothing binds on the backside, which is great. Before I do the trimming, this is what it looks like, I guess, in stock form. So you can see on that shock bracket, definitely needs to be trimmed up. So we're gonna do about 1 millimeter or 1.5 millimeters on the full circumference of this shock bracket. In terms of the backside, I think we're okay, but I'll double check and let you guys know. All right, just got done trimming the shock bracket and went ahead and refitted it, and we had good clearance on the both left and right side. For the left hand side, I went ahead and did like 1.5 millimeters of clearance with a flapper wheel, and then on the upper right hand side, just went ahead and did a touch. I'm gonna go ahead and clean up the edges a little bit, hit it with some black paint so we don't have any rust with this exposed metal, reinstall everything, and start on the right hand side. All right, just got done torquing every nut and bolt down to spec. The Serial 9 IS300 arm fits exactly how it should. Nothing obstructs. The clearance job I did on the shock bracket was near perfect. Not too much and not too little. And again, with these arms, you do not have to take them out to adjust. All you need to do is break the locking nut free, and then with the appropriate Allen tool or Allen size, adjust it from there. I believe I had my caster at 8.5 or 9 degrees with the stock X100 arm. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the wheel on, make some adjustments, and we can move on to the next side. All right, so I definitely gained at least 25 or 30 millimeters more of angle. My apologies for not doing it before and after. But this is crazy. Almost clears everything. You can't see too well, but now instead of the inside of the wheel hitting the stock X100 arm, now I have a ton more clearance, and now it is currently, the tire is touching the brake line bracket in the middle of the screen there. So just in case, whenever I drift this car or decide to, I will have to be careful of that. But other than that, guys, more angle was gained. Now all the bushings on the Mark II are solid. And I'm incredibly happy with the outcome of our install. Definitely worth the money. I would say I paid, I think, $750 and changed shipped. So you decide if it's worth the money, but now we officially have the whole Serial9 suspension catalog once again. And there you can see the clearance for the shock bracket. And just like that, got the driver's side tension arm in. Looks amazing. Again, I got this side measured up with the stock X100 arm to the best of my abilities. Everything is now torqued to spec. At this moment in time, I am now going to put the wheels back on, put the Mark II back on the ground, and see how the caster looks on both sides, and we'll make adjustments accordingly. All right, so I do need to adjust my caster ever so slightly forward. So this is a perfect example on how to use the arm. Go ahead and crack or break free the locking nut. Put your ratchet in the off position and go ahead and just crank like so, which that's honestly pretty much all I need. And then go ahead and get your very large crescent wrench and lock everything in place. Here's the Mark II under load, rolled into the driveway. Looks exactly how it was before I did the install, which is good. Means the alignment is pretty much where it was. Really excited on how the Mark II is coming out, guys. This almost concludes the suspension part of the build. All I need is essentially sway bars and aftermarket end links. And then, like I mentioned in the beginning of the video, we have the kit coming end of this year. And then once the Skyline is tuned and ready to go, we'll begin our transmission swap on the Mark II and enjoy that. And on that note, everybody, thank you so very much for making it to the end of the video. And if you have any questions regarding the install on the Mark II, shoot me a message on Instagram or leave something in the comments below. I will get back to you as soon as possible. Definitely making a lot of progress on the Mark II. And in the next video, we will be taking the R32 Skyline to fabrication to get the intercooler, intake, and downpipe made, and it's going to be beautiful. I cannot wait. And once we get the Skyline back, we'll go ahead and finalize the fueling, some more vacuum, and routing some electronics, which I'm incredibly stoked for. So again, thank you everybody so much for the continued love and support. And if you're new to the channel too, want to hit the subscribe button, that'd be awesome. And remember, aim high, drive low. We'll catch you next video. Take care.